How you doing, friends? Phil Ruiz here. So coming to you again live from my home office here in Cedar Lake, Indiana. It's a blistery 98 to 99 degrees out right now. But you know, it's the Midwest for you. If you don't like it, just wait 10 minutes and you're sure it'll change. That's what they tell me. But I just want to do this quick video for you to add to my blog post. And you know, it's the subject matter is you know, not being able to understand the fact that we that get into this business of online marketing, which is what an online business is marketing. We understand that what is going on out there in the world, in the corporate world, and of course I have a regular job right now, as I mentioned in my previous post. It is not going to. It is not a guarantee. We're not going to have the financial freedom that that we want, that we deserve when we're getting into our years past wanting to be in the workforce. And I had a conversation with my oldest son today, and he just graduated high school, and he chose not to go to college. Now for one, we couldn't afford to send him to college to a good university to pursue if he wanted to go. And that is strictly because of my failure as a provider in the regular corporate world, and not being able to make enough money to be able to do that. I wasn't planning on getting a second loan to help to pay for the education, because that wasn't impossible for me to do, for one. But the thing is that he chose not to go to college. We had asked him before, and I'm sure if he had really stressed that he wanted to, that we would have had to have found some way to make that happen. But I have two other boys now. One's a sophomore in high school, and my other third son is going to go into fourth grade. So I've got some time there to make up for my mistakes of my first son. And we have explained to him the importance of how it is in the world right now, that in making money and doing it and then not spending it on spending it frivolously. I had a conversation with him today, and with that subject matter. It was we were talking about how it's important for you to be able to hold on to the money that you make, even though as little as it is. You're living at home, you can be able to save your money, and just enjoy the time that you have as a young person. Because pretty soon the years are going to go by, and you're going to wonder what happened, and what am I doing, and what am I going to do with the rest of my life, and I don't want to get to that point for them. I want to be able to be a good example for them to see. That's why I'm doing this online business and the things that I'm learning. And I'm not being a bum dad. I'm not being a lazy dad. I'm being one who's trying to be productive for his family, and I'm sharing that with him. And I'm sharing the importance of how I'm older now, and I realize that it's going to take more than just a regular job to get the things that you want, to be able to have the financial security that you want. And retirement is not going to be there. There is no retirement. There is no retirement, especially for the jobs that these young kids are getting nowadays. They don't have retirement. They just hired a whole bunch of new kids where I'm working at right now at this job, and they are not guaranteed a pension. So you can see how the importance of getting into an online business and working from home and doing your own thing is real important, man. And that you grasp that understanding that this is what my future is going to be. This is where it's going to make the difference between me making it and me struggling for the rest of my life. And I'm not going to struggle for the rest of my life anymore. There is no way, and my boys are not going to either. My wife is not going to. It's going to stop. It stops now. And the business that I'm with the Empower Network, is definitely going to make that happen for me. So but what our discussion was he has a grandfather who's well into his 70s right now, and he's still working a job because he's got to do it. He's got no retirement or no pension that the company is offering him. He went from having his own business in construction to going and working for somebody because he had to shut down that business. And well, of course, that did not set a retirement package up for him, because he was working for himself, and maybe through certain things that had happened, he was able to do that. But that's just an example of how he is just one out of hundreds and thousands and possibly millions of men out there and women who are well into their years, who are unable to retire or to have the financial freedom or to have the ability to be able to enjoy life as it should be, man. When we get older, you know, there's a lot of people who get into the online world, online industry, who come straight out of school, so they never had that struggle of having to get up every day for a job to supply and support their family. And then there are those who are on the online world right now who come from the same background as I do, working a job 10, 12, 13 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week to try to make ends meet, and still don't have anything to show for it, robbing Peter to pay Paul, like I mentioned, working paycheck to paycheck. You know, that's done for me as well. You know, I'm on the right path, I'm on the right track. You know, and I just wanted to share this because when I was talking to my son, it really opened up my mind and my eyes to the reality that they're going to be facing when they get older. You know, and I mentioned that to him, and I said, you know, son, I just hope that you will see as time progresses that you know, you can either get on board with what I'm doing or understand what I'm doing and do your own thing, but get something. You have to get something, and this is the only industry, the online industry, that anything is going to happen for you that is going to be positive, that's going to be lucrative, that's going to be financially securing, you know, for your future. You know, and I told him, I said, you know, so just don't let the time pass you too far when you're too far gone and now you don't know what to do. I said, you know, pay attention now. And I can only hope that there's many of you out there who understand that this is the truth and what we're doing here in this online business that we got, and that it's the only way that we're going to make it, man. I know for a fact. You know, I've been working at my job now for 17 plus, almost 18 years now, and I'm still, you know, there's nothing for me. There's nothing set for me. 15 years I got myself a nice little silver pin, you know, for 15 years of service. And of course, that's not what I was looking for. That's not what my goal was. Time just went on and went past so fast, and before I realized that I was there for 15 years, you know, and here another 3 years, 2, 3 years have gone by. And now I'm trying to get I'm getting myself straight with my business so that I can just work with this and take this to the level that I want it to be. You know, I'm not going to be that 70-year-old man who's stuck out there in the working world right now, just struggling to get up, to crack them bones, to get going. You know, I want more than that. And there's so many of us in this online industry right now who are striving to get that as well. And I hope that you're one of them. You know, and I just ask, you know, whether you're watching this on my blog post, that you look over to the right or to the left over here. It should be a banner. There should be a banner here, or to the right. I know there's one up above on one of my blogs. But I also have links within my post here that you can also click on as well to see that what we're doing here at the Empower Network. Like I said, it's 100% payout commission. You just need to get in. You really do. If you're at the point where I am, and you've been working at a job, and you know that you're here in this online industry to make it happen, that you want to make sure you're in the right position, the right place. And I guarantee you, with the 100% commission, you can't go wrong. With the training and the marketing that we have within this platform, there is nothing that you can lose. So if you just look right down below and you see the link, or you look off to the side or up above and you see a banner, click on that. Get in. Click on it and get in. And I guarantee you it'll be the best thing you've done in your online career, and you'll never have to go anywhere else. Again, this is Phil Ruiz coming to you live from my home office here in Cedar Lake, Indiana, where we want to make dreams come true. You know, I do. I know that if we've been working in this world, this corporate world for so many years, and we know that it's got nothing to offer us, we've got to look other places. And the online world is the only place that we can look. There is no magic ticket. There's no magic lottery ticket we're going to buy at the store that's going to get us that. You know, that's just a fake dream. Anyway, again, Phil Ruiz here, Cedar Lake, Indiana, coming to you live. Be blessed. It's a wrap.